Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, Brooks Bricks, Mr. Marshall, Mr. Marsh rather, and Kevin. Thank you for joining. Checking a few additional things. I think we're good. Owned by Cat, welcome. Sat, hello. Time to finish this thing. Oops. This is the back third. So the wall gets built up now. See all the window frames and panes. And I think the roof is going to start pretty soon. Defroster, welcome. Are these going to be little tubes again? I think so. He's going to use up those little sleeves, I guess. Cable sleeves. Yeah, so what I understand is that Lumibricks passed the threshold in the EU for VAT, where VAT has to be included in the base price now because of how many sales they've made. But I'm confused about whether it was being charged at checkout before. And then also, separately, they've lumped price changes across, I think, everywhere that they ship to from Germany. Obviously anything becoming more expensive is bad. Nobody's gonna like that. Welcome, Aaron and Christopher. Can Lumibricks minifigures sit in the chairs? That is one of the biggest problems with Lumibricks minifigures. Usually, they can be balanced in chairs, barely. But if you move your table just a little bit, they will fall off. That's one of the worst things about Lumi figures. And hopefully something that they will be changing when they change their figure design, which they have been working on for a little while now. Welcome, Zippy Tuna. Figures have definitely never been a strength of theirs. Some people tolerate them. Some people actually have started to find them charming. I think the majority of folks would prefer that the figures be different. Kevin says they're still so worth it for the character that they provide. I still feel compelled to collect all of the transparent ones. Waiting for an adjustment to the hands and arms. We can open the toy store. That's a nice one. I still need to build the Fantasy toy store as well. Should have been applied. But wasn't? Oh, it was not applied even at checkout? I thought the problem was that, Or I thought that basically the whole flow is when you start selling, you're not yet required until you hit a certain threshold. You're not required to include it in your main displayed price in the store, but you are still required to collect it. So you're saying they did not even collect it at first? Because if that's the case, they might owe back taxes. Like a lot. Oh, the kits. Ah, I see. The kits in general. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I always say if you don't like the figures, just toss them. Keep the hair pieces, toss them. Or just put them in a bag somewhere. But keep the hair pieces because they're still usable with other brands. Not from what you wasn't collected at all. Oh, oops. Oops. Yikes. Yeah, that's a real problem. Oh, not the sleeves here. It's actually going to use the columns of transparent candlesticks. Give me all the transparent pieces, please. Something I was just noticing last night. I don't know why it took me so long, but it just really dawned on me. My newer computer looks really nice. It has a transparent, the case is transparent on one side. And I got the lights set up nicely. And it's fulfilling that desire in me to look at light transmitting through transparent things and transparent colored things, tinted. And it just feels a little bit pleasant looking at it every time that I walk by and I look at it. That tells me that I need to get more stuff that looks like that in my life. Like in my workspace. And that is a good thing because, hey, more stuff that I like around me, making me feel better. And I think it'll look nice as well. The more I can integrate it, that could be a win-win. Buying video games from a tiny shop, went to pay with a credit card. Guy goes, if you pay with card, I need to add tax. Oh no. Oh no. That means he's being shady. That means he's not even reporting a lot of his income. Let's go the other way. That means if you don't pay by credit card, he's not even reporting it. Yikes. Not just for tax, not just as far as collecting sales tax, but as far as paying tax at all. Yeah. Lila Rose Live, how's it going? Thank you very kindly for the resubscription. Another section of this. That's it for the base. Okay, so this is not going to have... No, it does. It has to have two more little short sections of outer wall. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me know if there are any major outstanding topics. Anything that's been announced, actually announced, not leaks, not rumors, anything real, anything solid, anything actual, anything official that I've missed. Also have that, Kevin also has that colored transparent love. Stained glass, yeah, prisms. Peter's window, colored general light. Nice. You get it. Thank you for the empathy on that. I need to lean into that more. See little pizza slices? That's what it looks like. Across. This is just a 3. Yep. Oh wait, so these are the tops. Is it not gonna? No, it has to. I see way more glass. Confused about whether this bag is going to complete this, basically the whole wall all the way around. Small jukebox at each table. Sounds familiar to me. Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I've experienced something like that. Just unlocked a partial memory. Last Lego set I bought was the Game Boy. Starting to see some people freaking out that suggesting that I have quit Lego, that I don't do Lego anymore because there's been no new Lego stuff released. You know, other than a small number of very, very, very high priced things that are relatively niche that I've said when they were announced I would not be buying because they're relatively niche and very, very high priced, and the sponsored reviews go out weeks in advance, and so by the time I can review it at all, there's no point. It's very much business as usual over here. Except I'm doing more. In the form of more reviews in between. That happen to not be Lego. Philly Popito, hello, welcome. Have heard of Lumibricks, yes. Are you from Germany? They used to be difficult to buy in the US, but I've heard rumors that it's a little bit easier to get it over here, but I haven't checked recently. I didn't like a lot of their practices, but some of the products I know are heavily promoted and occasionally liked. Not drooling over the aquarium. No, because see, I wasn't able to get the filter. I wasn't able to get the whole thing. If I could have gotten the whole thing, then I totally would have been all over it. But unfortunately, you know, I needed to move some money around, and I wasn't able to get it within that first week that Lego told me I was required to buy it. And so therefore, they punished me by not allowing me to buy the entire set ever, unless I want to pay a lot of money on the aftermarket. So that's my bad. You know, I just had to take my punishment. I did not consume at the rate big companies told me to. And I just have to accept that. Defroster, definitely don't want to spam. You definitely don't want to come to somebody else's house and advertise for your own. Nobody likes that. Especially without asking first. Haven't checked the shipping cost? Ah. Well, that's the kicker, isn't it? Philly, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. I appreciate your support there. Sounds like a personal failing. Yeah, just open another credit card. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm being a little bit un-American. That, and also failing my Danish overlords. I will work on it. I will mark it as needs improvement. What's your first Lumibricks waterfall cabin? Quite impressed with it. Instructions were good with explaining the wires. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty serious set to start with. So if that was your first and you found it to be comfortable to build, that's a very good sign. Also, welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping in. I like to see Lumibricks come out with their own aquarium for $200, but it has full lights and the fish swim. You could also, it's also sealed, so you could actually fill it with water and use it as a real aquarium if you want. Like a $200 Lumibricks aquarium would be impressive. Surprised they haven't set up payment plans. They would probably need to upgrade their server in order to accommodate their own financial transactions. I'm sure that absolutely no banks, no clearinghouse, nobody in the world would accept connecting to Lego's 15-year-old servers. They're so out of date. Such a security risk. Tommy, thank you very much for the support. Don't know what to say. Buy and build what you like. But you're supposed to buy all the things. Always. The big company said so. And their totally independent influencers said so as well. Says you're literally losing money if you don't buy all the stuff. Welcome, Chainsaw. Terminal is a good start. Don't be silly. ASP can handle all of it. How do you even run ASP? How do you even do that? Like, do you just, like, if you're connected to the internet, I guess they just probably brought in an intern to write a script to dismiss the security warnings every hour or something like that. Like, is it running on NT? I don't understand how they're able to operate the system at all today. Had to put the death slice into escrow. Don't delete unless you know it's real spam, but it clearly was. You just came into my chat and announced that you're creating content and told everybody, watch for your content. That's not appreciated. Some places are open to that, depending upon how they run, but you always, at the very least, should ask first. Hey, is it okay if I plug my stuff? Is it okay if I use your community to farm for views for me? Like, are you good with that? If I said yes, then by all means, but you're just like, first chat message of the day. Hey, I'm a content creator. Be on the lookout for my content. You're gonna like it. So no. that is spam. And that's not even a me specific thing. That's like just general etiquette on the internet and has been forever. Nicholas, hello and welcome. Set's looking good. I agree. This company is nice. They are good at what they do usually. Now you want spam. A couple years ago, you would recoil at the idea of buying non-Lego stuff. Very impressed with some of the stuff you got. Good. Never had an issue ordering from Lego online. That's good. But it is on like NT 3.5. Cars with a war era generator. Yep. Smack with their cane. Seen people make fresh spam with good meat. I have not. Like imitation spam, right? Fisher Evernova, good. Starting the minigun add-on. Have to get creative how you mount everything. There's only one trigger receiver. Oh. So some of them are, everything else is gonna have to be remote stations, right? Which that works, especially on a sci-fi robot. That should work out. Should be white. Good evening, Plurf. Or also, like spam. My wife likes spam too. I'm biased against it, but I don't think I hate it. Rogan has a port on the side. Do you have one of those? Did you buy yourself one of those connection sets? Just a 30-minute missions option set that has all the different extras of all the different connectors. Those are really helpful. Innocent, unselfish, but shameless plug. Okay. Thank you for admitting. I've had spam since the late 90s. Chimp, welcome back. Most consistent for alt brick besides Lumibricks. Fantasy's coming up. I think Rio Bricks is pretty good, although they do use a lot of Geostar, which means extra clutch power. Some people don't like that. If you have dainty fingers, you're not gonna like the extra clutch power. What is that? Wait, did I mess up? Defroster. Stop, period, paragraph, end of story. The end. Was it YouTube? Few spare connectors, but you kind of want an articulated arm. Yeah, get yourself one of those sets like I was talking about. They're so useful. All the spare bits. This place to look for upcoming streams. I don't post them in advance. I just stream every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 4 days a week, back to back. Sunday varies what I'm going to cover on the day. Monday is almost always plastic model building. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, always brick-based stuff. Sunday, sometimes brick-based, sometimes plastic model. Yeah, my schedule is too ridiculous, and I've not been able to lock down certainty. All this processed food talks having you reconsider. Mega, that's impossible to separate the biofoam canister from an ODST pack. I don't remember that part. Stick a knife in there or use 2 brick separators. Sad. I work about 18 hours a day on average, doing all this stuff, not just streaming. It's a lot more to it. A lot of channels and yeah, constant stress and constant work. Almost no time off ever, other than as is required by promises made during charity streams. Seven days a week. It's a printed tube with a peg, a handle. Okay. Got the mic. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Western Train had you route a wire through a tube. I had such a hard time with it.
Everything is going as planned.
I didn't recall that. Non-diorama. I mean, they've done some vehicles. They mostly do locations in some way or another. One, two, three, four, five. Little business to be your own boss. It's great. You're your own boss 7 days a week. Still have your regular job 5 days. Give credit where credit is due to the designers who can't control prices. Yeah. Another thing about corporations, they're probably underpaid. It varies. It varies. Not every place underpays. Like definitely, I know for a fact that Lego designers are paid fairly. Like they don't complain about their compensation or non-financial support or quality of life. Lego takes care of their people at Billund. Now, when it comes to their factories, which are mostly run by robots, I don't know how things are. But when it comes to Billund, I know that is a good place to work. For what it's worth. Again, credit where credit is due. But yeah, prices versus designs. Two very different things. And designers definitely don't deserve to be trashed for things like the filter, the aquarium filter gift with purchase. Lego deserves to be trashed, but not the designer, you know. Because of how out of the box their personal builds are, yeah. It's very different. Very, very different. Every time somebody says, oh, a mock designer could do better than what Lego did, implying that mock designers are better than Lego designers. They just don't get it. The number of restrictions and compromises that Lego designers have to make are required as part of their job to make in order to create sets that can be put on the market, that anybody can build, that any random person walking down the aisle at Walmart can just grab off the shelf, take home, and complete fully. That is not easy. Product design for the mass market, completely different. Yep. What about the concrete bunker? Certainly we can critique that. Of course we must. Not only can we, but we must. Makes you think there's an amusement park. Bill Land. Such a big fan of Speed Champ since they went 8 wide. Not even a car guy, but the builds are just ingenious. Absolutely, yeah. It's not impossible, it's necessary. Yes. These years about as good as they've gotten. Yeah. We're in a good place. Good time to be a Lego fan. Well, it's a good time to be a fan of Lego designs. Not necessarily the best time to be buying Lego. Definitely a great time to be buying brick-based stuff in general, because we have really good stuff from Lego. Some of it's too expensive. But we also have really good stuff from other companies that aren't as expensive, and yet are not like bad old style knockoffs, but are actually quality and original. Is it a design choice? It's a design choice. You know how I know it's a design choice without even having any additional information about it? Because a lot of the concrete is fake. As I've identified before, when you see the concrete walls, the full-on concrete walls, those are panels. Those are panels that are actually attached to the walls themselves. That's not the texture of the wall. That is 100% vanity. They actually desire to make the space look like that. Don't ask me why. I know the answer, but I don't like it. I want to deny the answer. Korean transforming robots get domestic releases. Seriously giving Hasbro a run for the money? Okay, nice. Western town on a diorama. Every time someone comes over, sees it, blows their minds. Good. Let's see if I can show more of this. Maybe. It's like they looked at old Soviet brutalist architecture and was like, I want this. It's almost like that, isn't it? How interesting. What a choice.
Kids, come on down to the Bill Land. See the wacky world of fishing tackle. Be wowed at the pantry of pork rinds. Thrill yourselves on the lazy boy of doom. Fun for the whole family.
All right, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. How dare you? Let's keep things serious here, all right? It's a very serious space. It's very serious topics.
What?
A lot of brutalism in DC. The irony. I grew up around a lot of brutalism. You know, born in the 70s, there's still quite a lot around, especially in college campuses. Oh my. Concrete walls and Lego videos are just Lumibricks prints. Connecting a couple things here. Primus, how's it going? That Soundwave, yeah, Soundwave is amazing. Game Boy, the Creator 3-in-1 Animals. The designs of the Speed Champions cars is so much good. Never a pile of empty bags in the shot. Well, I mean, every single shot, whether photograph or video that they have of assembling a set has like a quarter of this, like 2/3 of the set built here, and then just random pieces removed, and then a sub-assembly, and the person is just adding a sub-assembly, and these things are so far apart. These states never exist during the process of building this set. And you just see someone who's just like, you know, and it's not their fault, you know, they're just models. They just come in for a shot, and you know, they get paid $100 or something, and that's it. You know? All right, this begins the roof, which actually looks cooler than I thought. It looks like AI, right? That's what I'm saying. When people complain about AI, you know, taking over valuable human jobs, most of what AI is taking over first is not valuable human jobs. Like the music that I'm playing right now is inspired by literal human-based, human-created slock from the 1950s. It was mass-produced, soulless stuff that was produced in huge
I just want to take this moment
quantities
to acknowledge the highly inappropriately silly TTS that was just played. We at Bill Lamb take things very seriously. We do not condone or endorse the tone that ad exhibited, and will strive to do better by...
What?
Bruh. This guy's giving himself props for his own jokes. Wow. Ton of albums where they more or less take a bunch of it and just slow and reverb it. It's a thing that has come back. It's a thing that has come back multiple times. In the 21st century, it has definitely found its niches. It has found its purpose being used with other things. Microgenre. Oh, there's another wave of it right now, Plurf. Again, right on. The great thing about it is it doesn't cost anything to license because it's garbage music, but you know, it has its value. Did you almost drop your phone from laughing so hard? Right on. It's what you're referring to. But what he's talking about is not AI generated. What he's talking about is human generated slock. Repurposed. More plundered than made from scratch. Yeah. Remember, 90% of music created by humans is terrible and no one listens to it. Probably more than that. Probably more than 90%. And I mean, just because nobody listens to it doesn't mean it's bad. Like, there's a ton of music out there that is amazing that nobody ever gets to hear, because that's how life is, unfortunately. Being good at something doesn't guarantee you success. But also, yes, the vast majority of human-generated music is stuff we never hear and really isn't musically or artistically super valuable. Just not being mean, just being realistic. Like you sing in the shower. 100% Prince. Nice. Okay, I think I got this all set up for now. So I'm gonna take all of this and move it away. Like this is so nice. It has such charm. It's ridiculous, and that's even with the lights off. I'm gonna take it away for now to focus on having enough space to comfortably build this potentially more interesting than expected roof. I just didn't really look at the roof that much. I saw the UFO, but I didn't look at the flat portion of it, the main portion of it. It actually has some pattern to it. It does not look to me like the jukebox is going to light up, which is a real unpleasant surprise for me. Thought that was a given, but it doesn't look like it. Enjoying Octagon? Oh, MMA fan? Only thing that cares enough to tell you to stop. So you're saying you saw the sign and it opened up your eyes. This is second to the last. Well, this is the last light string, and then there are a couple glow strips, which are not as frosted as usual. Promo in the future is regular. There has to be. There has to be. Using it to create a promo image instead of hiring someone? I mean, it depends on what the value is of that promo image. If it's a promo image for some piece of, you know, garbage tech, and I mean garbage, like something that costs $1, I don't know. A promo image for something that is based on human art and human effort, yeah, I'm not that. There's a time and place, and that time and place is not everywhere and all the time. That's for sure. Regulation is definitely going to be needed more than we are expecting right now. Yeah, the generative stuff that everybody's freaking out about because they don't understand it, for the most part, is going to be the least of our problems in the future with quote-unquote AI, the most overused and misunderstood term on the planet right now. We have not even scratched the surface, unfortunately. The data center side? That's barely being looked at realistically too. Promos for physical products. Well, usually what they do is they'll take a render. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you see already. Keep in mind, right? This is the important thing. To be real about the stuff. Like, be activist minded, be, you know, have your conviction, but be real about it. Most AI promo photos right now are replacing what was simply photoshopped before by underpaid people. So it's fake replacing fake. A render that's composited into a place where it didn't even exist. So it was fake before, it's just automated fake now. Distinguish that from genuine human artistic and creative expression being replaced by robots. You know, those are kind of two different things. The risk of it being in a negative recursive loop, that's already starting to happen. Yeah. That's a bigger problem than anybody's talking about as well. Where you start to get so dependent on it, and then it becomes even more useless. Instead of gaining in usefulness, it actually goes down. That's gonna be a real issue. Oh, this should go back actually. In and out. Wait a minute. Oh. So bizarre. This goes across and then comes back. Sorry. Oh, this should be over here.
How bizarre!
Just like if people hide the fact, for sure. If you're transparent, it's one thing. Yep, trying to lie about it. Oh yeah, yeah. Trying to lie about using AI is just like trying to lie about using Photoshop. Like people have always been lying about using Photoshop for all the stuff that's been photoshopped and faked for multiple generations now. Yep. Not okay. Yeah, absolutely. Cool neon lights. I'm a deep fake created by Ganesh. Hey, will you ever be able to prove one way or the other that that's true or not?
I will upvote that.
So this comes all the way back. This run here is odd. They're trying to explain how this is going to go. Okay, this ain't just push everything through. All right. I appreciate the extra steps in the instructions to try to be clear about this. Got it. Push all that through. This is just going to be loose for a minute and then work here. All right. Trailer for Iron Giant. Worked really long and hard to make this, so I'd appreciate if you liked it and share it. Getting torched? Okay, good. Thank goodness, Elsinore. I've seen so much stuff that where people before the AI revolution, I've seen so much stuff where people were accepting either taking credit or accepting credit for doing good work that they had not done, or they had just taken other people's work. It's the exact same thing, right? Again, it's not an AI thing, it's a human thing. The problem is the people there lying, deceiving. Top. So now this is nice and neat. So from the top, there's one wire that comes out. It's controlled under here. Its length is controlled, its placement is controlled, and then we can work from there. Sounds good, defroster. We can move on, hopefully. Oops. I missed by a fraction. There it goes. Ordered White Castle. We're serving. And this is where it gets interesting. These additional shapes that come in, rather than just keeping it, kind of just repeating the octagon with the supports or going rectangular with it, they did something different. Oh, I don't know why they have these stacked though. No, this should have been done with 1x1s on the sides, 2x2s at the ends. Should have been 2x4s and 1x4s. I don't want to make people stack that many studs, and now it's going onto plates again. Wait, when did Og show up? Oh, there you are. Hi. Sorry, there's on my screen, there are so many names of similar lengths that are blue. Hi. You came in kind of camo. This is just going to be flattened out. Got this. Surprised it doesn't go up the center. Little cafe. Yeah, for sure. The beans are sound deadening devices, highly tuned to each surface. Three here. Stomps like a lumberjack? What? I've never heard a stompy cat. That's interesting. How does that work? When they jump down, sure, but just like walking? Huh. Weird. Zoomies? Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. The biggest stomps when they have the zoomies is when they propel themselves off a vertical surface to change their horizontal direction. They're so adept at it. It's like a brief wall run. A hummingbird got into your apartment. Oh, I can't imagine what that felt like for the cat. Such a violation, and also wanting to do something about it, but also freaking out, but also excited about everything going on, but also freaking out more. And it's just like, that's a very, very small little circle and cycle of self-feeding inputs. Trying to catch it. Talk about that escalated quickly. I really got out of hand fast. Situation. Imagine a humming cat. All right, somebody talk about AI. Somebody go to Sora and do a really good hummingbird cat hybrid video. Metalhead, welcome back. These flanges also get tiled off. That's out exactly 11 billion feeders. I don't think we'll ever have an aircraft that can do what a hummingbird does. It's highly unlikely. There's some lightweight remote controlled things that are trying to be able to fly in similar ways. Ultimately, we usually end up doing better with some form of air screw with our machines. No, ornithopters, they just have... Oh, you're talking about sci-fi, I see. Thought you're talking about real ones. They just fly. They fly normally. Fly like birds, regular birds. They they don't have the propulsion on both strokes or lift on both strokes thing going like the hummingbirds do, which is unique. This is such a dense plastic pie. So heavy. New stop motion film. Angela Bassett has a giant eagle. The armature to recreate natural flight. I've not seen. So there's some behind the scenes. So beautiful and cute. Absolutely, yeah. It is a little bit disturbing if they get too close to you and they think that your eyes just might be flowers. That always bothers me when they look at your eye, because I'm like, don't try to lick it. Don't try to lick my eyeball, please, because I know that I won't be able to recoil before you're able to get to me. Please just... I like having you near. I don't want to scare you away because you're beautiful, but also please don't try to lick my eye with your super sharp beak and tongue. One for flying and one for character automation. Oh, right on. Crunch wrap. Sounds like I can definitely imagine it being very disturbing for some folks. I can imagine that triggering some phobias for sure. Hit anything near your eyes. Can't even give yourself eye drops. Oh, wow. Okay. I see. So, yeah. Ah, that's unfortunate. Hitchcock didn't use the right bird. Yep. I don't want to think about that. Treated the animals so poorly back in the days. Plastic, your ABS, your second. Acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, your second favorite pie flavor. And having birds fly up to you, get within a couple feet. So beautiful to see. Yeah. They think your shirt is a flower. Take care, Chainsaw. Have a good night. It's really down there? Yeah, it does. Cellular peptide cake. It's a single-cell protein with aminos, vitamins, and minerals. Everything a body needs. That sounds like it was written by AI. So I see what the lighting looks like on the UFO. I think they went realistic with it. I think they made it very plain. Just a single spotlight and that's it. From one low angle. Deep cut, literally. Team G episode where Troy is a cake. No, no, no. Technically, all Data's lines were AI. Welcome here for pink. It was a realistic UFO. You know what I mean. Gosh, this white is just a little bit too much, isn't it? Yeah, this weighs a lot. This really should have one more. One more cable management piece, I think. Clean pull. Thank you. That helped a little bit. So overkill it really is. UJ bonkers. Hey, at least it's not GS Star. At least it's GoBricks parts. Not that bad. Not Kata plates. Right, there's still a bunch. Oh, some of this is going to get rounded over as well. Oh, whoa, wow, all of it. Okay, so they're like, now do the following 20 times. I'm not counting. I'm a rebel. So let's just go around all the flat edges. So it looks like even just the base of this roof does not get completed with this bag. This roof is so extra. Even just the flat portion is not being finished in this whole bag. And there was a big bag, had a whole extra bag worth, or bag number, with an extra bag worth to its name. More parts, but it's still going. It really is. I personally don't feel like it was necessary, given that it's just a roof and all, but it's okay. I respect their process. Designer clearly knows what they're doing if you look at all the rest of it, so I'm just gonna smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. All right. Thank you for lurk. Have a good evening. You as well. Thanks for stopping by. Wait, why are there so many parts left over? Why? That can't be right. There's no place for. Oh wow! Oh, these get filled in the next bag. These spaces are going to get filled in, so it's not even left like that. It completely could have left it like this. This is an interesting shape. This is already extra. But they're going to fill these spots all the way around. Okay. This is a bit much, but why do I have 4 of these to spare? There's no place to put them. And 1 of these. They definitely don't mess around, but I didn't know they went this hard. I hope that people don't hit them too cynically and say, "Oh, well, they added all this thickness to the roof just to make it more expensive, or to artificially bump up the part count to make it seem like a better deal on paper." I hope people don't take it that way. I know some will, but hopefully that'll be a super minority opinion. Lego gets docked for that all the time, and it's not fair, because that's not how the designers work. They literally don't do that. More roof than actual building. Okay, so we're just going to make 4 identical little inner slices now. Let's make sure I got this right. This goes 1 in. blue tiles going on top of that. Ah, there's a skunk outside. Oh. Lego still hasn't made these yet, right? The 45-degree 2x2 diagonal tile with jumper stud. They did the 1x2. Yeah, they did the 1x2 jumper half round, like the semicircle 1x2 with a jumper, right? Not this. Not with the stud yet. I'm sure they'll do those sooner than later. Seems to be a really useful piece for setting things up with buildings, especially. Both inner and outer corners. Impressed by all the little specialized pieces we have. No, Lego doesn't do specialized parts. They only do regular bricks, regular plates, and then snot bricks. You can literally make anything from anything. Get it right. It's really weird that leftover parts are so random, and yet they've switched now to having you use the connector, the temporary connector piece. So this is actually a part that's supposed to be used in the assembly and is needed for the next step. Maybe not at the next step, but soon. So they're more efficient about that, and yet there's a pile of leftover pieces at this point that's about this big. It wouldn't fit flat in my palm. I'd have to really cup it. That's how it was designed from the get-go. You have a con on a bike? Yes! Good. Oh, 1x5 an hour, something that sounds equally mundane. Yeah. Probably, yeah. Because while my eyes are going back and forth to a bunch of different places, y'all are sitting there staring, zoomed in at a scene that I'm not even looking at. That's one of the big reasons that I have to make corrections. At the time of the review, it's good. 99% of the time. Along the way. Staring menacingly. Thankfully, Twitch is generally pretty cool about this stuff. Like just helpful. Why you bully me? All right, edges start now. All the yellow that goes around the edge starts with these, and then we'll continue back here. Times 4, and then just casually times 8, the next thing. Yep. No. Yes, times 8. All right. The funny thing with this playlist that I completely was not expecting, it's like convergent evolution. It ended up making music that would sound perfect as the intro theme to any number of anime from the 90s to now. Any number of non-action based anime. like, this is going to be really weird. Sounds oddly familiar. That is the 8. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Did they really intend for that? Just that little bit of... They did. That's intentional. That little bit of aqua, just tiny little strip of aqua to show through there. Oop. All right, there are those parts of the slices, and then there's more. Okay. What is this? Okay. 4 of these. 4. I don't think it's going to be lit up much, other than the rim. I think it's mostly going to have that one spotlight from underneath, and then the faux EL wire, which is like, I guess, trying to look like a string of neon. It's probably going to feel very location appropriate. I think location and time or era appropriate. I would prefer it to be like really, really lit up. But I think the choices they went with, I think, are going to be more appropriate to the scene. So that's one. And attach? Yes. All right. There's a process. Out of a small town near Area 51. Has that kind of fire? Oh, right on. I wonder how much of the stuff they have has been around for a long time, and how much is, you know, 80s or so, just retro styled. We have to lock this in now, right? Yeah. Ah, weak. That was part of that incident, I see. Yeah. Sorry, you gotta let me know in advance a little bit more so that I can keep my windows closed, make sure none of the Jang luck escapes, because clearly it just was carried on the wind out there. But if I know in advance, like I said, I'll keep my windows closed and try to help out. Nice to see his frisbee. Or a creepy, weird 50s Jello pie of some sort. Okay, that is structurally complete. It's contagious. Evidently, I didn't realize that it could carry on the wind. Pictured a huge sugar cookie. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I don't know about the blue. I don't like blue in general. Blue in food, like artificial blue, not good with it. Blueberry, sure, but like blue and green. I've actually I used to really dislike the idea of green. I'm not as against green anymore, I guess, because, you know, like matcha and stuff like that. If it's a cake, I prefer not to have green, but blue bothers me a lot more for some reason. Has to be new moon, yeah, and no clouds, yeah. Having an iced sugar cookie. That's too much for me. I can't handle that much sugar, that much sweet. First thing I would do is scrape off the icing. Wait, there's light behind this. It goes into the iridescent plastic. That's going to be interesting. Talk about Bob pie? Yeah. I don't know. A piece of me kind of wants to try that because I think it's just going to be like key lime. Once in a lifetime sort of thing, right? Wow. Okay. UFO next. Does this not get tile on top of it? Nope. All right. Next bag. Do that with cake. Then go too hard on frosting. Yeah. Gotta be a balance. I don't. Artificial green. Green as food coloring. Natural green, I'm very good with. And I hate to say it, but I like iceberg lettuce. I know it's plain. I know it's unsophisticated, but I really like iceberg because I like all that crispiness, and I like the water inside. It feels very refreshing to me. Looks like flower petals. Definitely has some floral, serious floral nature to it. Little early for that, maybe. For that kind of style. Can't stand lettuce or any green vegetable. No! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Bag 10 here is not a particularly large one. It does have smaller pieces on average than the past ones, but not a ton of them. Picky eating by genetics, I see. Cucumbers, oh yeah. So, opposed to green vegetables, you refuse to eat green jello. But I know you know. It's just that green aspic can be a vegetable, can also be a fungus, and a meat all at the same time. Because you know it's going to have some green boiled chicken in it. Or tuna. Got an argument with other kids. Tomatoes were fruits, not vegetables. No one believes you until the principal took your side. You mean like facts? That's completely understandable for kids. I think it's probably the default for most of us to expect tomato to be a vegetable. zucchini to be a vegetable. Missed it. You can eat green meat, but only once. I did. I still get freaked out by day old roast beef. Not like nasty day old, like just, you know, leftover roast beef that has those rainbow refractions in it. That always freaks me out. Didn't believe it for the longest time. Yeah, totally get it. Yeah. Bananas, pumpkins, or berries. And strawberry isn't, right? Strawberry isn't a berry. When your teachers in high school hit you with the classification vegetable fruit. All right, now we're just making stuff up. They got the little control sticks for the alien to control the UFO. Aggregate accessory fruits. Well, it has berry in the name, so I'm still counting it. Strawberries are not berries, but bananas are. Yes. For ridiculous classifications. I.e. scientific ones that nobody cares about. Seems berry, bowberry, banana, fana, fauberry. The frames for the sides. Oh. This is that light gray. That's dramatic pause. Nuts. Okay, then this is not the light gray. This is light gray. This is light gray. That's light gray. That's light gray. Oh, They have both trans light blues as well. Forgot that that's a thing. There are two. So this is bag 10 of 11. The next bag finishes it. Oh, my bad. There is... I'm just on autopilot here, not realizing that there is a light in the middle of the UFO. Okay, that's going to change things quite a bit. That changes things quite a bit. All right. This is going to be nicer than I expected. Yeah. What's up, Colin? Sounds good. Thank you for hanging out once again. Brooks Bricks. Have a good night. Till next time. Maybe Saturday? Maybe. Separate fruits. The things we think of as seeds are fruit and seed together. Accessory is the thing we think of as a fruit. Is that the thing we think of as the fruit is part of the plant? It's not part of the reproductive process. Just an attractant, but not integral to the structures. And you as well, Aaron. Have a good lurk. Enjoy your meal. Naturally, all the talk about food, I'm getting hungry. Wait. Don't need this yet. Think of aspect. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That actually will help. It will definitely help. Green aspic. what's happening. Blue aspic, sure, yep. Any kind is nasty. Thank you. When is it going to make a comeback? When is aspic going to become an unironic TikTok trend? It is a thing, or it was a thing, and therefore it has to become an unironic TikTok trend. It has to. It will be discovered. Not presented as a historical thing, but presented as a new thing that all the cool and connected people are doing. I want to see it. I want to see it. I don't have to be a part of it. I just want to see it happen. It'll be entertaining to me. I see. Like seriously. The degree, the depth of abomination about which we speak. Mukbang challenge. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. God. It writes itself. Republic Artillery. What's up, DD Builds? If I had time. Oh my gosh. Why did I have to think about it? Now I want to do it. Now I literally, really, actually want to do it. Can you imagine a classic OG Zoids colored Gojulus? Oh, that's gonna be tough to get out of my head. With the orange thumb screws. You know, just like white, black, gray with a tiny bit of dark blue and the orange thumb screws. Yeah. Oh, DD Builds, you haven't heard. It's not in the box anymore. My guy. It has begun. These all have a layer of wash on them already, of panel wash. It hasn't been cleaned yet, but it has begun. Yeah. It's all, I've got a whole trash bag full of bags, of empty bags from this thing. Hear the sound of that in my monitor. Unintentional ASMR. How's it going, Preston? Oh, did they? Wow. Wow. Your mom to a baby shower in the 80s. Some sort of aspect creation was on the table of edible treasures. Tried some. Lesson learned. Wow. Wow, you've actually you have partaken. I never have. I've seen it in like the classic. What was that series of little miniature books, softbound, letter-sized? Was it a Better Homes and Gardens series? Obviously, they had their magazine, but did they do a series of like small books, like little lifestyle books? That's as close as I've come to it. Cannon's a touch slower because you got to identify the character. Okay. Well, that's not fair. Didn't you start with the cannons? That's not fair to you. Taste of home, having small books of recipes. There was some huge series. I don't remember what the publisher was, but they had so many books that were like about yay thick each. 70s as heck, lots of brown. And they just covered everything lifestyle. I had one for making terrariums. Probably nothing you'll complete compared to two friends build pace. But it's just gonna the fact that identifying the sprues is that much artificially harder is gonna make it. It's just gonna make you make fun of yourself and your build speed more, and we don't need that. We need to build you up. That's what I'm saying. This is not a fair situation. Manufacturer produced cookbooks in the Aspic era. Every recipe used one of the manufacturer's brand name products. Well, I mean, anything went in Aspic, so every company that made anything that was technically legally designated as edible could be included in an Aspic recipe, right? Before Will It Blend, there was Will It Aspic, and the answer was yes, as long as it's technically edible, yes. Recipes from boxes and jars. You don't want to breathe aspic? Yep. Especially the boiled chicken and steamed Brussels sprouts and, of course, boiled eggs combo. McDonald's spin-off Cosmics would have been, had it not failed. Probably, yeah. Welcome, ASCII. How's it going? Company collection about 100 years old. Nice. 30s to the 70s? I mean, you can't tell. Oh, you can't tell from the cover that they're that old? Start reading the recipes and you see a lot of. Oh, you can't tell the produced by the manufacturer. Ah, I see. I see. I think there used to be a lot of ofs in ingredients. A lot of cream of mushroom, this of that. Foods they like to create. A lot about what life was like. This is one more. Just work. Up on Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Waiting the final season next month. I'm surprised that you weren't staying on top of it. Would have thought that would have been required regular watch from a Jurassic fan. Glad you were able to get caught up with it, though. I hope you continue to enjoy it. You found a few people that hadn't watched it. I see. I see. Gotcha. Good on you. It has such a similar arc to Clone Wars. Starts out as a kid's buddy show, and then gets real dark eventually. Became very addicted. Clone Wars is Jurassic, yeah. Wait a minute. This isn't right. This is not right. I did something incorrect up here. It felt like it. Let me reset. Jay, welcome back. Oh yeah, that shouldn't be there. Sure that these should go together. But one's at the wrong level. So these are both up. One of them should be down. Oh, is this right here?
Are you sure about that?
Nope. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Robot Wizard? It's literally what I'm saying. I'm not sure about this. You should be there, but then it's a little too tight, is it not? This definitely feels too tight. Something's not going right. I'm still not doing it right. But this has to be there. Look. This is lined up. Oh, other side. Fine. Center. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh. One, two. Center. Yeah. Yep. This should overlap about that much. Four-hour outage call? Oof. Been a rough week for you in general? But you're off that now, at least. The lighting within the build, so fascinating. Embedded in it. Tilt the sections point away before connecting the hinge. Yeah, when I'm troubleshooting, I need to remind myself to take it off screen and just focus on it. Just look. Don't mean to freak people out into thinking I've lost my mind completely. Not as bad as last week. Had to see doing some OG Dragon Ball vehicles. They're doing a whole entire Dragon Ball series, including buildings. There's a house, 2 dojos with arenas. Andy, welcome back as well. the whole series. I saw them. I think it's BBTS has all of them listed together. If you go to their Dragon Ball, if you go by IP, you go to Dragon Ball. They're all, and look by coming soon or something like that. They're all listed in the latest. Not sponsored. I've seen them other places too. That's just a really convenient spot. See them now. Now. Where are the other parts of the hinges for this? Or do they get used at all? I didn't realize we were going to connect the two different Translight Blues together in one assembly. Really shows just how different they are. The regular Translight Blue versus the iridescent. Completely different hue. Obviously, one's clear, one's frosted. Frosted one is brighter. Okay, getting those locked together means that this is much easier to handle now, because those parts were not at the same level underneath, which made them want to fall apart. Okay, now I just build the 8 little petals to go around the edges. Stack. How much is this entire roof structure going to weigh, though? that is the last piece for this second to last bag. Welcome, Metal Monster. Welcome back. Can't wait to actually attach these so they're not just flopping around, but kind of a pretty little... Oh, no, technically there are two bags. This bag 12 is tiny. It has a lot of little details. I think some of the robots get built at the end. Bag 11 is also small. Bag 11 is just like a Lego bag. One medium and one small. And that's it. And this is it for bag 12 here. It's all coming together. Oh. Well, perfect. It is time, literally now, to wrap these around. Long one, short one. So this is long. Let's go somewhere else. Short, long, right? Then we start with long. From here. That's what it looks like. Yeah, there's way more light in this UFO than I thought. It's just a little bit tighter. Connexpert, welcome. All right, I think that looks pretty good, feels pretty good. I'll probably need to massage it a little bit until it becomes comfortable with those bends. But I think that's the ticket. And then the soft or the short side starts. Yeah, immediately. Okay. No gap. No cap, no cap. Aaron, I got your DNB. Except, not quite the same, is it? Not quite a helping hand situation. There is a gap, though. There totally is a gap. Wait. No. And his anime version is. That was not my intent. It was not my intent, but that is how it is where it landed, isn't it? There should be actually a gap. Should be a gap. This last one needed a gap. But I literally made it create 1950s human slock via AI. 1950s production music. The most generic, most soulless. Some of the most soulless music ever made by humans, fully by humans, analog. And then after I had that working really, really well, then I said, add DNB. It's totally what it is. They literally call it production music or library music. It was just designed and created en masse to just have a whole bunch of generic tunes to use in like the backgrounds of radio commercials for appliances and stuff, and in the lobbies of fancy buildings. So I made AI make that, and then I added D&B to it. And accidentally, it ended up being like a 90s light lifestyle drama anime. The stock photos of music, literally, yes. Exactly. Okay, I got it right now. Sharing a milkshake. Yeah, everything is very, very high key. Everything's very light. Everything's barely shaded, barely any shadows. The intro definitely has Sakura petals coming across it diagonally. Super telephoto of just people just looking in windows as they walk like this, kind of down a little bit, and then there's one change. They pass by a slightly older person who's sweeping right at the edge of from the streets, right at the little corner to an alleyway. They're sweeping right there. Like that's their store. There's an alley directly next to it, and they're right at that corner, and they're just gently sweeping with a rattan broom. And there's either a dog or a cat. It's mostly white. Accent color is black, and it's just looking, and then it stops and scratches. Next scene. It's just slice of life. Slice of life. Now you got me thinking about how I would set up like a temporary filter that would just put the stream into that mode. Burger joint with a W. Yeah, it's totally original. Yeah. Oops. Is this the one I moved? Nope. One, two, skip. next. Maybe one as the double up. Up. Oh, they actually want this one to be here. It doesn't just skip two. Okay. And now make all the fills. And the figure, it comes with Star Trek figures. Original series Star Trek fan figures. Totally unlicensed, but very obvious. And there might be something else. Just me. Oh, definitely, yes. Did you watch the final season of Resident Alien? Speaking of, so the first few episodes of the first season. Oh wow! Oh man. Not gonna say I'm disappointed, but last season Squid Games. Ah. What we're behind on here is Alice in Borderland. Need to watch that whole entire latest season. I don't know how far it's going, but the one that just came out, I think it was this month. Maybe it was last month. We couldn't. We've had 2 90 days. The regular one and the other way. The heck? And then the Love is Blinds. That's taking our trash viewing time. Oh, this should be, leave this one out for right now. Man in the High Castle. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. You gotta you really want to pay attention to too. Falling off on reality. That's fair. I mean, I can't blame you for that. If you have something with actual quality to watch, good on you. I'm still good with some of the trash TV just because, you know, end of the day, my brain is cooked. I don't want to have to think too much. All right, this looks correct. Oh, a ton. Oh. Are these silver or gray? Gray? Which one of these flanged studs? Take it. Tougher to keep up without cable. Ah. Well, Blind is on Netflix, and then all the 90 days, what are those on? Not Max. Hulu, I think. They're on Hulu. You're not forcing nobody to watch no Lex. That's never gonna happen. Cannot happen. And I know you wouldn't even try. You would relent. Even trying to troll, you would relent. Your heart's not hard enough to truly force someone to watch that. Can't fool me. by yourself. For someone else to share in the misery. All right, finally time for the dome. These two can be sealed in. Just a handful of additional parts to finish this bag, and then we're on to the last one, which mostly has small finishing details. I think the mount for this is going to happen with this bag. That's a whole lot of parts for something that's ultimately a gimmick, you know? I think this goes all the way in. Come back. Excuse me. Oh, all right. I thought that those, because with the hinges there, I thought that this was going to be part of the mount. It's not. It's held from underneath. It's just a little exhaust streamers. Yeah, plasma drive. Yeah, sure, yes. Realistic. Looks like that needs another plate of height. Oh, I guess it, yeah, I think, or two. I don't like that gap. I love having access to so many transparent colored pieces though. Makes me want to change this color down here back to blue, but when I've tried blue before, it tints things too much. It tints the plastic, tints the skin of my hands. It looks weird. Hey, Drop, welcome. Miss Musty, yep. You missed all of it. I'm sorry. I am maybe about a minute or two away from opening the final bag. But hey, you'll get to see it finished. There was a lot of repetition involved in making the disc shapes up here, but there are a lot of nice colored parts, and a lot of it is very smooth, and it's very heavy and hefty. Get this little adhesive off, and where does this guy even connect? It's got to be just back here, huh? Straight in. Just a little bit, just a smidge. Couple little things. Nothing major. That attaches in there, and then, well, this is nice. I like this to be, I like this little last cable to be kept a little bit flatter. Could have used something for cable management back here. I'll revisit that later because there are some spare pieces that could help it. But for right now, it's time to do the big attachment. I would really love to feel this self-align a bit. Oh, it just did. Okay, that was easy, but I gotta get this side to go now. Technically, it doesn't have to, but I would like it to. There it goes. Okay, nice. It's basically a lid, so it's attached back here with just as many studs as are needed to make the electrical connection. And then the front does not have any studs, so it just really acts like a lid. Okay, let me plug this thing in first. I think I'd be used to these plugs by now. Oh. Oh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, the glow! It's radioactive! The glow! All the translucent, not transparent, translucent blue pieces, those iridescent pieces, just how much they diffuse the light. It's crazy. Wait, why is it blinking a little bit? What is off? I think it's my USB-A plug. The adapter plug. The USB. And it's, whoops. It's bright. Where's that? All right, let's try this again. So connection is on the right. Should be able to feel this. Yeah. And the front just has a flip. Like so. Yep. Perfect. Just need to get this wire right here managed a little bit better. Ready for sight? Nice. Enjoy. Here's what it actually looks like right now in a room that is only illuminated by a couple of monitors. Is that bright and clear and saturated? Soft color palette helps to extend the glow. Yep. Especially all down here. Coming back to it. And turn the lights back on. Prepare your eyes. It's all translucent pieces, a whole stack of translucent pieces. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Yeah. There's no doubt I want more of this in my life. What's going on here? This light and translucent and glow. Yeah, I need more of that in my life. It is directly fueling my soul. I don't even care what the theme is. It could be cyberpunk. Obviously, it can be 50s retro futurist neon. I need more of that for sure. Wow. Yes. Goes more on the other side. Set is not done yet though. I have one very small additional bag, which is going to add some small details around the outside, including some additional plants. And then I think there might be a couple of robots. Just saying, there might be. Jim Biscuit feels like you're actually being abducted. He's playing for Toy Story, right? Do it again. Robot Wizard. It's a 2 second cooldown between things.
I am a robot.
Yeah. Oh, there might be more than a couple robots.
My brain IBM.
I am a robot.
Yeah, freebie. All right. What is that? Oh, it's one of these. The door. Where's the door? Door is here. Push that off to the side. Okay, got it. It's going to be working there. Turns into a little planter. You. Pink. Oh, oh. That's supposed to be dark. red and pink. All right, here comes one of the robots, the first one. I'll need to separate these back. There we go. Oh no, it's a battle droid. But wait, the pit droids use the same body. Well, this is smart. I don't think I've ever seen a battle droid arm used across. Or is it? Another one. This one? Those are the same. They're not another shape? Oh, it's an optical illusion. Yeah, it's an illusion. Anybody here remember Heathkits? Heathkit robots? I think those started in the 70s, I want to say. Remember the radios? It's a little difficult to see this corner. Red. Should this have a piece underneath, I guess? Oh, yeah. Give it a little elevation so it can rotate. Even this little flower and plant bed feels old. Got a dark green in it. Sword and Sorcerer, hope you're doing well. Pink. the last bag. Of the 151 science kits, I forgot about those. I had one. Thank you for the reminder. Maybe it wasn't 150, but you know, it was a bunch with the single breadboard, I think. Gosh, that's a memory and a half. Haven't thought about those since then. Gosh, totally forgot. I remember the heck out of Armatron and the RC monster truck and the no, actually it was Nico. It was actually Nico. Their Tandy buggy was also made by actually Nico, if I remember right. And I did not remember the electronics experimentation kit. Chilled out. Hello and welcome. How's it going? Good evening. The box was like light blue or almost cyan. One more planter box here. Okay. Green. Is red. Also red. Okay, looks good. Next, some sort of tray. Is it supposed to be robotic? Wheels on it. This is why the studs in silver were held onto. Archive.org has the manual as a PDF. Candle! Oh, wow, that's right. They call them candles. What the heck? Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about the shape of those bulbs as well. Kind of had sort of a candle shape because there was a little nib at the end. And they have the short. Dang, that's where those came from? Tried using some of those in my model railroad layout. I had completely forgotten about all of this. I used the sensor for a the soldering job, and wire management was horrible. But to make an automatic crossing signal, didn't have the bar, but you know, didn't have the barrier, but did get the two little blinking red lights. What even power was I using for it? I don't remember what the power was. Probably took 5-volt accessory. No, it would have been 12. It would have been 12-volt accessory, right? Off the train transformer. I completely forgot about all of this. Wow. Thanks for the unlock. Now I'm behind schedule. Slowed down way too much. What's up? Never Stop Dreaming. Good evening to you. Multi-tier tray. Gonna make at least one more of the robots before we're done. This is the dessert cart. Oh, they even have a stud to attach it to the base. That's nice. I never enjoy having extra stuff just floating around. Extra accessories and things that have no place to attach. Trash bin looks pretty right. Rear corner. Yep, rear. Yeah, it had to be saucer themed. You can't betray the theme when you're this invested. Wait, this is not the right side. It actually goes back here. be the last plant. No, maybe one more. One more little clump. Go. Here's another robot. Teakel in that light gray. Very subtle compared to the white of the arm. This actually goes in. Okay. It's not supposed to be a tea kettle, it's supposed to be a watering can. This one's doing facility maintenance. Yep. We actually have landscaping and gardening bots. I don't think I've seen droid arms used that way before. So it's actually reaching across its body a little bit. This doesn't really work. Oh, it does. Only just barely if you put the short one in first. Okay. Creating the smallest possible bouquet. Front. This is the last stem. I'm glad they left those for the end. That way it's not sticking up and getting in the way. While everything else gets moved around and worked on. That's it. That was the last piece. Other than figures, which I always do offline. They're controversial. That's it.
Oh my God! Wow!
Yeah. Just wanted to just appreciate it for a minute. Tikos, welcome. Those seem extraneous. Yeah, the robots are good. This feels like a fully sorted product. This does not feel like some, alternate brand, knockoff, cheap thing. Kind of doesn't know what it's doing. It's just trying hard. This feels done. This feels right. You're gonna put in the UFO? Yeah, I agree with you there. There are figures included, but unfortunately, no alien in this one. But there may be ones coming in the future. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there are alien figures coming from Louis in the future, just not right now. There are 4 human figures. 3 of them Star Trek themed, like 100% Star Trek themed. Not even trying to hide it, not in the least bit. Well, that's it. Time for me to get us out of here. Recuperate a little bit. I'll get some food and I will see about trying to get this thing reviewed tonight on the Other Bricks channel. Folks on the YouTube side, thank you once again for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. Folks on the Twitch side, stick around for a raid if you would. Let's send the love on out. These. Not that. This one. There we go. Thank you, Ticos. I will do my best. What was that? Are we doing something? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's go there. Perfect. Raid target acquired. Again, YouTubes, good night and